Good morning, everyone. Yes, sorry about Monday. I've not been feeling very well these past few days. So yeah, I didn't feel well at all Monday. A little bit better today. So as the title suggests, I'll not be going on for very long because still not 100%. So yeah, yeah, an advert's playing in the background on mine as well. So yeah, that's it really. Still haven't made an appointment to the doctors, but I did my repeat prescription yesterday, so same as I said, I'm going to ring in the morning, hopefully get me an appointment tomorrow, and I killed two birds with one stone, basically. Pick my prescription up while I'm at the doctor's. So yeah. There's only one watching, and that's Mr. P at the moment. So good morning. I've got the two watching now. Quite mild here today. I can't say it's warm, but sort of sunny. Yeah, that's both yours. So in actual fact, there's nobody other than you watching.
I've got an advert at all on this one.
So
It's a bit of snow this morning, isn't it?
Pixie said to me, was I doing the coffee morning? I says, yeah, I don't feel 100%. I says, but I'll show my face. And this title suggests it's only going to be a short one because I'm not going to sit here. Hi, Glenn, how are you? So yeah, it not be a long one today, probably about an hour or so.
Last time, but it ended up being 2.5 hours.
No, it's only going to be a short one today, I can assure you. Still got the dreaded cold.
Magnetic G's skiving.
Hi, George. How are you? As you can see, I've still got the cold, and it's basically these past few days. Well, not for the past few days, like for about a week now. I felt like I've got no energy. I just feel lethargic. I keep getting cold after cold after cold. Oh, you're at school, are you?
Hope it's break time.
So you're being naughty and joining the chat while you're in school. So I got the good one. Stop moaning and get down those pits. I'd be no good, honestly. So yeah, and I think you'd be what's it to find a pit that's open nowadays? Few and far between, basically. They sort of thing of the past now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all that spotty, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, I think in years to come, I don't think there'll be any pits left, because they all, I mean, you know, they're all going to sort of revert.
There's loads of pits. Odd pits.
Yeah, they're going to revert to another form of, you know, fueling electricity. Yeah, thank you, George. Same as I say, there were just a few cookie vlogs. I'm actually doing another cookie one for Valentine's. you know, but
Valentine's Day tomorrow, isn't it?
yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, I mean, it's the aim of me doing my baking vlogs is to make it simple enough that anybody can make them, basically. I mean, I did download a cake, you know, and it got like a red love heart running through it, but the I was reading it out to Pixie yesterday, and same as I said, it's a lot of palaver, and you know, yeah, I could probably do it, but I like to think that people can say, "Well, look, I'll have a crack at that. I'll try that one." You know, I like something that I can do that is not just simple, but is, you know, anybody can make them really.
Oh, nice one, mate.
There's a mining museum somewhere over there. It's great. Yet to go down the mine. Oh, no, thank you. No, I don't think I don't think I'd want to go down a mine. No, not that I get claustrophobic or anything, but it's just something that, no. I mean, it's like I don't like heights either, but you know, the thought of going underground into a mine, it don't sort of appeal to me.
Can't tell them, Dad.
You know, you know, it's something that, you know, I don't mind going around museums per se. It's just the fact that it's underground, you know. But yeah, I mean,
Museum friends.
hiya, Jimmy C. How are you? Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way to as you know, I did a live stream on Friday in tribute to Barmer Grits. Now, a best friend reached out to me because of that that tribute I did to Barmer Grits. Best friend reached out to me. I'll just read it out to you. Says, "Hey Jeanette, I just watched your blog on YouTube about Sharon Barmer Grits. She was my best friend. We called each other Evil Twin. A week ago Thursday, Sharon and her grandson had gone to have her wheelchair lift on her car looked at for repair, and while there she passed out. They revived her there. On the way to the hospital, she had to be revived a second time in the ambulance, and then a third time after she got to the hospital. She was in the same hospital as well as the same room as her husband, Clarence, was just 5 months ago. Her children and doctors did all they could for her to bring her back. She was living only with the help of machines. On the 8th day, the doctors did a brain scan and there was no brain activity. She had gone too long without oxygen during these 3 episodes and had caused major brain tissue damage. And there was no brain activity. Hiya, Ian, how are you? There was no brain activity. With much sadness and very heavy hearts, her sweet children knew that she would not want to live in a vegetative state and made the hard decision to have the machines turned off. She eventually passed. She is now in heaven with her Jesus and her beloved Clarence. Sharon was one that when you meet her, your life changed. She crawls right into your heart, I miss her so. Thank you for loving her. And I thought that was absolutely beautiful that she took the time to reach out to me. So yeah. You know, and I basically replied and said, can you give condolences to a family and everything? And she says, thank you so much. I will tell her babies, God bless. And she's actually added me on YouTube as well, because she's got a message. Yeah, I'm on my way, but this is the last notice I have, so I'm getting it done. I did tune into Jimmy's live stream yesterday, and usual suspects were, I think it was yesterday or workday, but see, this is what feeling pants is doing to me. It's addling my brain. I think it was yesterday or we're at Monday, I can't remember. 80 Days were there, and you know, the usual suspects, let's just say. So yeah. You'll go and get your half-hour sleep. So yeah, you know, I mean, obviously he's friends with Ian and 80 Days and whatever. Didn't realise until I tuned in, because AZ and you, Dizzy, and everybody was on the panel. I Pleco Whisper. So yeah, so that was like just a small he says, now I got Jimmy, I can go in his live streams. But yeah, you know, I mean, I tuned in the other day. Same as we've said, it's nice to meet new people, you know. You know, and I mean, Chopper's made this comment once. You know, we meet as strangers, but we leave as friends. You know what I mean? And it's true. You know, I mean, I class Ian as my friend now. Jimmy C's my friend. Ace of Days is my friend. Barber Grits were my friend. But I can't explain it. You seem to be drawn to certain people. You know, like Ian and Johnny Five and you, Dizzy, the people that you can relate to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, George is like 12 years old, but I mean, like, yeah, I class George as a friend. You know, I'm drawn to people that I can relate to. You know, it's like somebody says, coming to, you know, not officially, only by marriage.
Only by marriage.
Yeah.
Well, you said I could be quickly rectified.
But yeah, you know, a lot of people say they enjoy coming to the coffee mornings because I don't put no airs and graces on. I sit here, I talk from the art. I say it as it is, you know, and a lot of sort of people have said it's like we're sitting there in your living room drinking coffee with you. Yeah. And if you weren't aware, Ian, DJ Pixie in the Mix is actually Pixie's second channel.
I've already said it in chat.
Well, anyway, I'm just reiterating it.
All right.
Don't
think words on a buddy for Pixie. You can't understand them.
More crap coming through letterbox. I seen him getting spam mail after his bag as he walked past the window. But yeah, it's a separate channel for music that you can use on your videos or your vlogs or whatever. So, and same as he said, he created the second channel because if he does happen to sort of download, you know, something that's a bit iffy about copywriting, it's not going to affect his main channel.
Yeah.
I mean, same as I say, or everybody like that our classes regularly come into the coffee morning. I class everybody as my friends. You know what I mean? Even though I've never met Glyn, you know, as you know, we've met up with Eagle VP, which is from your way. So now we know you. Next time we come over to Cleethorpes, we can say, well, look, Glyn, you know, we're in your neck of the woods at such and such a time on such and such a day. Do you fancy meeting up and going for a coffee? You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, it's a case of at the moment we've got transportation issues. So, you know, I mean, last year we did a meetup in Birmingham. Yeah, there were about only 8 people turned up. But we made the effort to go and meet each other, and every single one of them were from YouTube.
Just got your confirmation email. Welcome to Great Channel, lol. Oh!
He's on about as DJ Pix in the mix supported him.
I know I was being sarcastic when I said oh.
But yeah, you know, it's hiya Tina, how are you? So yeah, you know, I mean, eventually, I mean, we want to go to Wales and meet Easy Days. We want to go and meet Ian, and you know, that's the sort of through the coffee mornings we've got to know one another, and eventually, we want to get round to meeting others, if you know what I mean. Oh, happy belated birthday, Tina.
Well, happy birthday!
But we've
gone to bed.
Oh, Jimmy C.
Yeah.
Same as we've said. You've put me off my track of thought there. Okay, then, Jimmy C. Have a good sleep, and well, it's not night. It's probably it's early morning there, but hey ho.
I've been to bed all night.
Oh, that's it. But you know, it's. I mean, like Pixie started off meeting up with one particular guy with a drone. And then somebody else joined him, and then by the time they knew it, there were 5 of them. So they formed the Yorkshire Drone Seekers. Hiya, Lucy. So now there's 7 of them. So, you know, it just goes to show that because of that sort of him going out with that one particular guy, that's grown into something a bit bigger. So now there's an, you know, the Yorkshire Drone Seekers. Oh, you're going back to work, are you, Ian? Get some work done.
See you later, Ian. Stop skiving.
You know what I mean? And it's just so amazing. Same as I said. You know, the wonderful people that you meet. I mean, yeah, there is a few you know, unsavory characters, let's just say, on YouTube. But for the biggest part, there is a lot of good, nice people out there. Yeah, and I was just about to say, Lucy, DJ Pix in the Mix is Pixie's second channel, which is created solely for non-copyrighted music that you can download for your videos, etc. And it is actually doing quite well, to say that it's only
second week it's been running.
Yeah, it's sort of, this is only the second week. It created it a week as Sunday just gone. And what you up to now?
I'm just looking now. I'm just having a look. Hey, 65.
So yeah, I mean, like a week and a half, and he's already got 65 supporters. Same as I said, it's not bad going, to say he's only been going a week and a half.
I won't be putting a new song up today. It's just that I got up late.
Yeah. He says he will be downloading another music video a bit later. You know, he got up late. So you see, the reason behind him creating a second channel is he didn't want it interfering with his main channel, if you get what I'm saying. Same as I said, the Good Cell Life, how are you? In actual fact, he put a video up yesterday that he filmed with his Tello, this little drone that he's got, and he used some of that music in that video. So and let me just keep saying, Good Cell Life, DJ Pixie in the mix is Pixie, but it's his second channel, created solely for sort of background music for your videos, etc.
Hey, Thomas.
Hiya, Thomas, how are you? I can't say I'm better, because I still feel,
Thanks.
yeah, but I feel a little bit better than I did. Thank you, Tina, I appreciate it. Because of the ongoing pain as well, I've not been sleeping very well. I've come out in all these like blotches. I think, honestly, I think I'm run down, because it's like I've had a cold after a cold after a cold, or I never originally got shut of the first cold.
Oh.
But, you know, it's been a case of, and this is quite literally, every single part of my body's been hurting me. My back, my feet, my hands, you know, my shoulder. And obviously I've not been sleeping very well. And I think it's sort of got to the point now where it's all right, he's going to flash the drone. And that's quite, let me just show them, baby.
Yeah.
That's quite literally the footage that he put up yesterday. That's how big the drone is. It's got a camera on it, look. You know, that's the size of the battery. It's a UFO. But it's quite a little nifty little drone. You know, but he did say, like yesterday, he says, oh, I'm probably going to have to get another battery for it, because he's only got the one battery at the moment. But that footage that he put up yesterday, it was crisp and clear. You know,
no breakups in it, was there?
No, but that is also down to the fact that he has downloaded the FPV app, you know, and same as he said before, it was juddery, it weren't very good quality video. Hiya, Centroid, how are you? I've just been showing everyone Pixie's little Tello drone that he did the footage on yesterday. And same as he said, for £4.49, you know, obviously English pounds, It makes the video quality a lot crisper, a lot better. I mean, same as Pixies just said, you have to pay for the app, but it's only $4.49. People pay more than that sometimes for a cup of coffee. So yeah, you know, he is hoping to get a new drone. All be revealed shortly.
Hopefully Saturday. Your teacher doesn't stay very long. Is she actually teaching you this summer, George?
Hiya, Cheery, how are you?
Hey, Cherry Giggles.
So yeah, if Cheery Giggles wasn't aware either, DJ Pixie in the Mix is Pixie's second channel, purely for music. Hello, very nice. Thomas says he's enjoying the music from DJ Pixie in the Mix. I'm not, but I'm getting there, if you know what I mean. I haven't been very well. I didn't do the coffee morning on Monday because I felt absolutely pants.
I've just put morning DJ Fix.
Yeah. Pixie's just put morning, and that is Pixie's second channel.
Yeah, just click on 3 dots at the side and it'll take you to my channel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's posted in the chat, and it's picture is, it says boom, and it, you know, he's just put morning. So yeah, I mean, so you see now, not being funny, but I think Cherry Giggles has took the place of Bomber Grits, you know, Coast Life, hi, how are you? I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to check your channel out, and if I like your content, I will subscribe to you. So excuse me for a minute because it's took me away from the main chat.
Oh, you now got 597. Should be 598.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Pix is supporting you as well.
Yeah. So there you go. I've just supported your channel, so now we are connected. Yeah. Yeah. Cherry Giggle says health is important. I have a nasty paper cut. Damn, it hurts. Well, that's it. The worst cuts you can get is paper cuts. But same as I was saying earlier on, I don't know whether it's the weather. I've had pain in every single part of my body. I've had this like constant cold since about Christmas, and add to that earache and headaches, and just feeling like I haven't got any energy whatsoever. You know, I'm feeling lethargic, and I think I'm, you know, in all honesty, I think I'm a little run down. I think that's what it is. So I was going to ring the doctors and go to the doctors today. I don't think I'm actually coming down with the flu. I've been like this since Chris. I think I'm just run down. I think that's basically what it is. I felt, you see, I have to have a regular B12 injection. Now, I didn't have to go for the B12 injection till the 14th of January. And this has been going on before then, like since before Christmas, not feeling very well. And I am part of a group for like B12 deficiency, blah, blah, blah. And they said, I just put it down to the fact that I would do my B12 injection. And this sort of group is there to help, you know, advice and with people with the same problem. And they're all saying, well, it sounds like you could do with your B12 injections more regularly than 12 weeks. So I was going to make an appointment to see the doctor today, but I did the repeat prescriptions yesterday, same as I said. May as well kill two birds with one stone, so we don't have to sort of go to the doctors for an appointment and then also to go and pick the prescriptions up. So I'm on about doing it in the morning because our doctors are only open half day on a Thursday. So hopefully I can get in to see the doctor, plus we can pick the prescriptions up at the same time. So there you go, Coast Life. I mean, Pixie, who is my husband, has supported you. I've supported you myself, and Centroid, who is Mark, he's supported your channel as well. So yeah, so if you haven't already supported George, which is Magnetic G, I mean, is a 12-year-old lad that lives sort of relatively close to us at Newark-on-Trent, and is as he's just put in the chat, he's got a magnet fishing channel. So recently they went to Newark Castle and they pulled a motorbike out of the river.
Yeah, I want to go and film that.
And it was stolen, and they returned it to the owner. So so yeah, I mean, it, you know, to say he's only a 12-year-old lad, I mean, he's doing quite well, you know. And the thing that sort of draws me to George is the fact that he's only 12, yet he cares about the environment, which, I mean, how many youngsters nowadays can you say that about? You know, that he does actually care about the environment. Yeah, that's, I mean, funny you should say that, George. I mean, it's a case of within the next few days, hopefully, he will be getting a new drone. Now, we just need the transportation sorting out, which is in hand as well. The same as we've said. Once we get the transportation sorted out, it's a case of, you know, he wants to go to Newark Castle, you know, and there's lots of places that we want to visit, but having transportation issues at the moment, it's stopping us from doing that. Yes, George has been naughty and is on YouTube while he's at school. So so yes, he is being a little bit naughty at the moment. Yeah. Well, same as I say, we'll get in touch if we do come to Newark. It'll probably, same as we've said, probably in the coming months, hopefully.
Yeah, can that be a dad's magnetic thing, and then I can see if I can get some gold out at river.
You see, I'm laughing at Mark because he says, Magnetic G, you know I'm a teacher, right? he's stamping his foot of authority there. But hiya, Flying Monkey, how are you?
Hey, Flying Monkey in the house.
But yeah, you know, you see, this is what I'm saying. Like, if it weren't for the transportation issues, I mean, like Newark-on-Trent is like, I don't know how far away, but it's not all that far from us. You know, if we got transportation, we could get there, you know, in less than an hour. So, you know.
We all do that, Cherry.
She says, okay, I'm officially an idiot. I was actually subscribed to Pixies, not your new channel. Problem solved.
We got Bella, Bars, and Crimson.
Oh, God, everybody's coming in at once. Hiya, Bella. Hiya, Bars. Hiya, Crimson. But you see, the thing is as well, I mean, going back to the school slash, you know, as, I mean, Centroid is actually from the USA. And yes, he's a teacher. Our kids break up from school on Friday, and it sounds like their children break up as well. Hi, Urban Lad Yorkshire, how are you? But yeah, I forgot my track of thought now again. Yeah, they break up Friday. Well, Centroid is wanting to do an interview with Pixie and myself, and we were talking about it the other day, and he says, oh, we're on sort of, I mean, we call it half term. Don't know what they call it in the USA. You know, when he says something like, oh, well, I'll get in touch with you next week because I'm away from, I'm off school. You know, but, you know, when we were saying like, oh, it's an ideal time to get in touch and this, that and the other. But obviously this is like a pivotal. Okay, then. See you later, Thomas. I can't see you. It's a pivotal year for Colin because it's what we in the UK is doing his GCSEs, and he actually leaves like and education this year. He's hoping to go to college, to catering college, but there's a few subjects that is a sort of I can't say behind on, but he needs a bit of extra tuition, and he's actually going into school next Thursday while the school is on holiday to do that little bit of catch up, let's just say, on the subjects. Oh, Gordon Bennett.
What?
Glyn says his wife's having 8 teeth out. Oh, wow. 8? Yeah.
Damn.
I'm good. Just been getting some collabs ready, making. Oh, that sounds interesting.
I'm going to get some later, Baz.
I forgot where I've got. You keep interrupting me, and you're putting me off now. I were on a roll there, and now he's interrupted me. It's interrupted my train of thought. So yeah. But you see, it's only like certain subjects, and they're not saying he's behind, but they're trying to get his. It's basically just a little bit of catch-up work. You know what I mean? To get him on par, because obviously the exams, it's basically a revision thing, you know, to get him a bit more revision on. Oh, okay then, George. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to make a little caravan to tow with my bicycle. It is getting there. When I've done a little bit more work on it, I will record it. Ooh. She says, how are you feeling? I'm not 100%, Bella. And no, I'm not getting any BS. Still, and that's why I've just put a little short one today, because I feel a little bit better, but I'm not there yet, let's just say. And I've just been saying about the doctor's appointment. I've got to go and pick my prescription up. So I'm going to ring in the morning. I'm going to hopefully get in tomorrow morning, because the doctor's shut a half day on a Thursday, and kill two birds with one stone, and pick the prescriptions up while seeing the doctor. It all helps. It's good that the school, yeah, that's it. That's what we've said, Urban Lad. You know, it's basically a leg up, if you know what I mean. I actually slept a little bit better last night, Bella, than I have been sleeping. You know what I mean? I've slept a little bit better than I have been sleeping. So, you know, I still sort of got out of bed during the night a couple of times, but I didn't come downstairs last night. But it was like other night, it was like nearly midnight by the time we went to bed. I was back down here at 1:30. I didn't go back to bed till about 3:30, and at 6 o'clock I was getting back up. You know, I think a lot of it. I mean, can you see here? Like these things. This is what I'm saying. This is what makes me think I'm run down. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there, Bella. But you know, this is what I'm talking about me being run down. I think that's what's causing this, and you know it. Oh no, I forgot all about it. See, this is another thing. It's all right. We went up to bed last night. We've got wardrobes each, and we goes up. My wardrobe doors were wide open, and Chris's were wide open, and that's why he said, "Did you ask Colin about the wardrobe doors?" And I completely forgot about it. But oh my, the naughty step.
See you later, Centroid.
Okay then. Obviously, Centroid is in America, is getting ready for the day at school. I mean, did anyone want to come up on the panel instead of me sat here waffling away to myself? You see, we don't know. I mean, Callum could have been looking for cats. I mean, not that they go in the wardrobe or anything, but same as I say, we went up to bed last night. Both my wardrobe doors were open, and Chris is like, wardrobe is in the corner, and he says, the wardrobe doors on my wardrobe's open as well. So yeah, you know, it's and Chris said to me, you know, ask Callum in the morning, did he go looking for cats or something, and left the wardrobe doors wide open, and it completely slipped my mind. See, this is a thing when you don't feel, when you don't, you know, you're not feeling 100%, you lose track of thought easily. So, so did Crimson or anybody want to come up on the panel instead of me sat waffling here on all by myself, or to myself, should I say? Because I keep forgetting what I'm saying.
I'd come on, but I'm already here.
I'll send you an invite anyway, Bella. I mean, even if it's
Oh, Bella says she will.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. She's on her iPad, though, she said. So,
They don't be quite good, them iPad cameras, though.
yeah. I mean, it all depends sort of the age of the iPad and whatever, I suppose. I've still got my coffee. Probably nearly cold by now.
I need to go to shop in a minute.
There you go. It's not too bad picture.
I'm just going to make a drink.
Oh.
And she's got a mouthful.
Next door went to Blackpool and bought me some rock.
Oh. So, yeah. What were I going to say? They see, I keep forgetting what I was going to say. Bella.
What?
Oz wants a coffee.
Take it.
I'm just passing the message on. Don't shoot the messenger. Hey, I tell you something. Just to let everybody know, I've got 40 odd pound in my AdSense. And Chris has only got 50 odd. So I'm catching him up. So a little bit more, and I'll be cashing it in. So there you go.
Is that all donations?
That is super chat and revenue from the ads, etc. But you've got to reach a £60 threshold before you can collect on it. Let's just say you can leave it there.
It might be.
You can leave it and let it accumulate, but same as I said to Chris, because it's my first one, I can't wait to collect it, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's because it's my very first. I mean, in future ones, you know, I'll probably let it build up a bit. No, don't you worry, Baz. I'm spending that all by myself, all on myself, should I say. I'm still waiting for a new pair of pajamas, but I'm not keep waffling on about that. Yeah. Oh, does it automatically do it? I didn't know that, you see. Chris has just said it goes straight into my account once you reach your threshold. I didn't know that. I thought you could leave it. But it just goes. We haven't had one lately, actually, Baz. So, so yeah. I mean,
I won't be second in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sort of laughing out loud to myself. Can you remember that thing that I sent you about the double mobility scooter? Yeah. Well, we were laughing his heads off. I ought to explain to people on Facebook. There's a thing called Marketplace, and it shows, you know, you can like people advertise what the things that they're selling. Gail. She's just making a cuppa, Gail. But anyway, going back to the story, I went on Facebook and I looked on the Marketplace, and I specifically looked for mobility scooters. You know, you can pick some up quite relatively cheap.
You see that picture of what Jeanette had, the mobility Townsend?
Yeah, and basically somebody was selling a double mobility scooter. In essence, it's like a mobility scooter, but it's got 2 seats on it. So we were absolutely killing ourselves with laughing, because we were saying, oh, Pixie could drive it and I'll be the backseat driver, because it's like got 2 seats, one in front of the other. And
Just spilled the coffee all over the old floor.
I sent Bella the picture of this double mobility scooter, and we had a right laugh about it. I says, can you just imagine us pair on a double mobility scooter? Oh, so it sounds like it. You see, I've not been too clever either, Gail. But I'm just putting mine down to being a bit run down. I think that, you see, folks have been saying I could probably do with my B12 injection more regular instead of the 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Hiya, Sue, how are you? But yeah, because I am part of this group, and it's like for pernicious anemia and vitamin B12 deficiency. And basically, I said, I put in the group, does everybody feel like this? And this will out before Christmas, because me B12 were due on the 14th of January. And I says, do you feel like crap before it's due? And it were basically, they're all saying, well, it sounds like you could do with the injection more frequently than 12 weeks. But you see, the thing is, that the doctors are reluctant to give it you sort of less frequently because of the money, you know what I mean?
More frequently, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but a lot of the people that are on that group, what they call self-inject, and they actually buy you can actually buy the ampules of B12, and it's like this, Bella. Why should I pay for something? If
Yeah, I know what you mean. If
yeah,
you're genuinely entitled to it, and you feel you need it, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But a lot of them have said, get back to your doctors, ask them to do the blood tests and whatever, as regarding, I could be anemic, it could be.
Have you thought about food allergies?
Not really.
Because food, I mean, if it is similar to what I've got, we've got to, you've got to get checked first and everything. But honestly, if I eat the wrong foods, I can be on my back for a week. I'm really hypersensitive to the wrong foods.
But you see, at the moment, it's a case of I feel like I've got no energy. I feel like dog tired all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I can like last night, I had a solid 4.5, 5 hours, but I'm still dog tired.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I think once you find out what's causing it, you can do something. At the moment, you don't know what's causing it, do you?
Well, this is it. But it's like I get up in the morning, Bella, and it's like every part of me hurts me. My feet, my ankles, my knees, the whole of my back.
Mm.
The base of it.
What?
It's like, the problem that I had with it, what she said were an inflamed muscle in my back.
Yeah.
It's affecting the whole of my back now. Cross bottom of my back, all up my back, shoulder blades, my shoulders, even here and in my neck. I know what Flying Monkey's pertaining to, and he says smoke the green. But I mean, you'll be surprised at the amount of people that have said,
absolutely,
yeah.
And if it was
that,
if I wish they would make it legal.
You know what I mean? I mean, they have officially made it legal.
What you know, or everywhere.
No, in the UK, it's what they call medicinal.
Oh yeah.
But there is only certain things that they will prescribe it for, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Epilepsy being one of them.
That all came about because of that boy, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know,
out the country.
Yeah, Bazza says he's still got that shirt on.
Best shirt going.
They're on the telly tonight.
What blues?
So don't you feel sorry for me because I've got to put up with it.
She's got no choice when United on telly.
If they're on telly, he wants to watch it on the big telly.
Big telly.
Well, at the weekends, Bazzy's friend next door but one is a Chelsea supporter. So you can imagine at the weekend.
Oh, what about other day? Ooh, that's that. I assume that's what you're talking about. 6-0.
6-0. Yeah.
Chris was sat there knowing. You know what I mean? 6-0 against Chelsea.
Yeah, even though I told them Baz about Man City, they're a quality side. I mean, someone might get into Sheffield United's team at a push.
Yeah. You wish.
No, I don't wish at all.
Well, Yorkshire language other day, Friday night, Bella. They're on telly Friday night.
3-0 up, cruising, 10 minutes to go. Stupid bloody goalkeeper.
3-3 it ended up.
Oh,
they were winning 3-0
with 10 minutes to go.
Well, I mean, they were sat on that sofa watching it, and language that were coming out of Chris's mouth, and he kept saying, "Put your hands over your ears, Callum." but yeah, they were. I mean, Billy Sharp scored all three. He got his hat trick. I mean, one were a bit sort of dubious, if you know what I mean. But yeah, they were 3-0 up, and then to draw 3-3, and that was sort of all in the last 5 minutes. They scored 3.
Oh God!
So I mean, you can imagine the language that were coming out his mouth.
I can.
Yeah, Gail says a few bombs dropped. Me thinks a few. Well, put it this way, Bella. It's a good job Callum's 16 and he's heard it all before. But you know, he weren't an happy chappy. Let's just put it that way. Hiya, Dennis. How are you? So yeah, he weren't best pleased. And he says it's every time we're on flaming telly. He says, you know, they're going to stuff it up. He's just gone out, Dennis. He's just gone to the shop to get some milk. So yeah, if I mean, I don't know whether Chris has told Gail about this app thing that he downloaded or whatever for the tello, but it's a good app. That's the drone that Gail's just bought. I mean, same as he says before, that you know, the quality of the video, it was stuttering and it was juddering and whatever, but it's downloaded this app. I mean, it were only £4.49, and for same as Chris says, for £4.49 you can't grumble, and it's made it a lot better quality. Let's just say. Yeah, Gail says she's just watched the bullying film that Dennis made. It's excellent. Does anybody know what is the best GoPro to get? Well, Random Life Productions will be the best one to advise you on that one, Flying Monkey. Definitely. Gail's just got the is it the GoPro 7? I said, as I say, I know nothing about cameras, etc., but I think Gail bought the GoPro 7, I think. Oh yeah, GoPro 7 Black. So I mean, there's one or two quite good reviews about that as well.
Well, everything that Gail knows, I taught her.
Oh dear. I did do another baking vlog as well. I've last two I've done cookies, and I'm doing another one especially for Valentine's Day. I'll if you just hang on a minute, I'll just show you.
Is it that red thing, that red velvet thing?
It's all right, I can't see it now. Well, put it this way. The prop that I was going to show you is a plastic bottle top. So, Gail's put, yeah, Bella knows a lot about how penguins walk. It's some cookies specifically for Valentine's Day. That's
yes, yeah. I've got it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you need a plastic bottle cap thing. I mean, all be revealed in the vlog. But I was saying earlier on, I did download one, and that's from that Dr. Oak site, and it's like a chocolate loaf, but it's got like a red heart in the going all the way through it. Now, I was reading the recipe and everything out yesterday, and it's a lot of messing about. Let's just say.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you've got to bake the red heart sponge. Well, you've got to do a red coloured one, and then you've got to stamp out the hearts. Then you've got to make the chocolate mix and stand these hearts inside the loaf tin. Same as I said to Chris, I like to do things that I think that people can do themselves.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't mind doing it, but it's same as Chris says, it's a lot of effort and whatever for somebody that watches your vlogs and say, oh, well, I'll have a go at making that. Yeah, Flying Monkey says Valentine's Day is a waste of... I agree with you there. I mean, when we were first married, we used to send each other Valentine's card, but for a few years now, we haven't even bothered.
We don't, because I honestly think it's such a commercial card.
Yeah.
Because to me, you know, if you care for someone, you love someone, you show it 365 days a year, not one.
I agree with you there, Bella. So and that's the reason why for about 3 or 4 years we haven't even bothered buying each other a card. You know, you show each other that you love each other every day, not just that one day a year.
That's totally how we feel about them.
You know, and it's another thing as well. I mean, it's like I always say to Chris, don't bother buying me flowers because within a week they're dead. So it's like you've flushed, like, let's say, a tenner down drain. I'd sooner him buy me something that's practical rather than waste his money on chocolates or flowers or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I agree with Bella. It's like everything else. It's got very commercialized.
Yeah. No, but I don't like chocolates and flowers and all that sort of. It's just as bleeding well with bears. But I don't like chocolates and flowers and all those sort of things anyway. It's I don't know. It's, you know, that sort of superficial things. I don't like that.
Okay then, Urban Lad. Yeah, he's just unloaded in court now, driving back to Dublin. Okay then. Sounds like he's a truck driver.
Oh.
So yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's like everything else. I mean, Easter and things like that, they've so commercialized it, including Christmas as well. You know what I mean? It's advert after advert after advert, advertising the fact that it's Valentine's Day. It's like M&S, they put a thing up, you know, dining for £20. You know what I mean? You can whack a meal together for less than £20.
I know. And it's the other thing that it's our Christmas has become. I noticed it even more this year. Like some of the, even on the channels I watch or anything, they'll show like a lipstick or something special for £25, and they say it's an ideal stocking filler. Stocking filler.
I mean, my idea of a stocking filler is
apple and orange.
I was going to say 50p or £1. You know what I mean? Something that you go to pound shop and buy, you know. That
I know. But that's what Becca does, you know. Their stocking fillers are just that they get their presents and then stocking fillers.
Yeah, it's just like little extra bits.
£35 lipstick, ideal stocking filler. I was like,
it all depends whose stocking you're filling. You know what I mean? But it's like you and me, and you know, quite a few people. We can't afford £35 stocking fillers. No, I mean we can only afford the pound shop specials.
But even if I could, Jeanette, I still think that is too commercialised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. That's just, you know, if somebody's going to have £35 lipstick as a stocking filler, then they're not going to. I don't know. It's like giving too much to appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, it were like I saw an advert yesterday on television. I mean, I know it's sort of going a bit off piece, but it were advertising like a dining table and chairs, and it says could be yours for only £1,499. I went, what? I'll go out and buy a couple tomorrow. You know what I mean? I mean, who in the right mind is going to pay nearly £1.50 for something that you sit at to eat your dinner? You know, I mean, this table I've got, it with my mum's. You know, and the one before that, we went to Art Foundation, and I think I paid £50 for a table and 4 chairs.
The thing is, Jeanette, people don't make do anymore.
That's it. I mean, all well and good if you won lottery and you got millions in bank, you could afford it, if you know what I mean. But the fact of the matter is, nowadays there's more people on the breadline, and they're having to hunt round at charity shops, etc., for everyday household items.
I know.
Yeah, Flying Monkeys just said everything is very commercialised. It's going ridiculous. It is. You know, it's it's getting ridiculous. You know what I mean? Well, this is the thing as well. As you know, we watch Good Morning Britain, and there's been a bit of a hoo-ha because Susanna Reid has launched this a range of you know, the keto diet.
Who's Susanna Reid?
She's on Good Morning Britain, the one with dark hair. She's got dark hair.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there were Piers Morgan, Susanna Reid, a blonde-haired lady. Anyway, so it was announced the other day that she'd left. Now, there's been all this hoo-ha because you've heard of the keto diet thing, the keto range. Well, anyway, it transpires that she's been following this keto diet. So she's decided to bring her own range of keto product, you know, stuff out.
Right.
So they were all up in arms because apparently Weight Watchers sponsor Good Morning Britain.
Oh.
And it's like what they're saying. It's in conflict.
Yeah.
It's conflicting it because she's put her name to this keto range of food, and the fact that she's on a show that's sponsored by Weight Watchers, and it actually apparently it works out cheaper than Weight Watchers stuff. So basically, they said she left before she were pushed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that's the almighty dollar again.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter. You know, she's trying to better herself by bringing this keto range out. She's, you know, putting another, you know,
dieting,
a string to a bow, and trying to better herself. Now they sort of, you know, discriminating against her. I mean, which it is.
It's all about
the fact that she's, you know, and they saying, well, you know, you either, you know, jump or you're going to be pushed.
See, the thing that gets me with diets, right, is everybody is looking for the miracle diet. At the moment, the fancy word is keto. But keto is just a certain way of eating. It's your body makes keto. I'll go into that another time. But it's just a certain way of eating. You haven't got to buy certain products. You just have to eat certain types of food and leave other stuff. But you ain't got to buy ready-made products. And with Weight Watchers, all you've got to do, all that is calorie control.
Yeah.
You can do that. You know, it's all a big con.
Yeah, I mean, it's same with, if you look now in supermarkets, there's Weight Watchers stuff, there's Slimming World stuff.
I know.
It's basically, it's not encouraging people to make things from scratch. It's encouraging people to buy ready. It's making people idle, in other words.
But those things that say Weight Watchers, if you turn it over and look at the information, and you do the same with, say, Asda's budget range, you turn it over and look at the information, you'll find that calories are exactly the same, carbs are the same, salt's the same.
Yeah.
It's just because it's got the Weight
Watchers name to it. Yeah. And then this is what I'm saying, you know, about being commercialised. It's like everybody's jumped on that bandwagon.
Yeah.
You know, you've got Weight Watchers, you've got Slimming World, you know, and she probably sort of had a light bulb moment thinking, well, yeah, you know, I can sort of jump on this bandwagon. I'm doing this keto diet, so why not bring a range of red...
Going?
It was going ages ago.
Oh, okay.
What?
It's all right, he's just coming in and says, Urban Lad's going. I says he went about 10 minutes ago. Don't forget you've been to the shop.
I know.
But yeah, you know, it's like everything else. They see an opportunity to jump on bandwagon, make it a bit of money for themselves. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, Flying Monkey says Piers Morgan is an idiot. I agree with her. No, I can't stand him either. I'll be honest with you. I can't stand. He's too outspoken. He thinks, you know, it's what I call he's got a God complex.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? He thinks he's better than everyone else. I mean, it was slated not so long ago because, you know, like these papooses that they wear to carry babies in.
Yeah.
These slings or whatever you call it. He were having a go because there were a picture, I think it was a movie star or something. It was somebody famous anyway.
Yeah.
Had a picture took of him carrying his baby in one of these slings or papooses or whatever you want to call it. Well, he ribbed the hell out of him. I'm saying, oh, you're not a man and this, that, and other if you know, carrying your baby in a sling. You know, what happened to, you know, just I'll tell you something, they bit back though.
I bet they did.
They sent him a video in, and there were about 12 of them in a dance studio, all got their kids in these papooses doing a dance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there are about 12 of them. You know, he and I think he does it for that. I think he does it for the attention. I think he does. It causes the controversy purely for that fact.
I never saw the point in them papooses. I thought, what's the point of them? But when Emma was little, only tiny, she would cry and cry and cry. But as soon as I picked her up, she'd stop. But she wouldn't cry because everybody said, just leave her, she'll eventually stop. But she would cry so much she could hardly breathe. She was the colour of beetroot. But as soon as I picked her up and put her on me, she'd be exhausted and she'd sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get one of them. Well, in the end, everything I did for about the first 6 months, she was round me. If I was sweeping the floor, hoovering anything, she'd go to the toilet. She was just stuck round.
Yeah. I asked God, how are you?
Hey, Oscar.
But you see, the thing is as well, Bella, I mean, I don't know whether, I mean, when I'd got 3 kids and they're all, you know, they're only like 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Now, I wished I'd had one of them, because trying to get on a bus with like 2 toddlers and somebody in a pram or a pushchair, you know what I mean? I wished at the time you know, I could have had one of them, because it would have solved all sorts of problems. And, you know, people being ignorant, they just see you struggling on the bus with 2 toddlers and a baby.
Oh, no.
You know, plus you've got, you know, occasionally you get somebody saying, oh, do you want me to hold baby for you while you put your pushchair on and whatever? But it was very rare.
I did that with Rebecca when I had Emma in a pushchair, and I'd go out. I'd have Becca around the front and Emma in the pushchair, because there's just 2 years between them, and that made it easier, made life easier.
Yeah. It says, Flying Monkey says, can you remember Piers Morgan? Yeah, that's another thing. He slated David Beckham because he kissed his daughter on lips. That's his daughter, for God's sake. You know what I mean? This is another thing he pulled him up about that.
I'm sure he does it for effect.
Yeah, he does. He does it for the attention. He likes to cause controversy, in my opinion.
Yeah, have a proper coffee.
It's all right. I'm just looking at crap that's been shoved through the door.
Oh, don't they put some through?
Checker Trader. Food Warehouse. Well, I think that is a spin-off from Iceland, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, they supposedly sell everything. But I'm sure, yeah, buy any 3 Slimming World meals and get a sauce or soup free. They're £3.50 each.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And you know, beef lasagna, you can whip a lasagna up yourself. Same as you said, if you go to Asda's own brand,
yeah,
99p in Asda a lasagna is.
Oh no.
Chicken tikka masala, £3. Chunky beef chili. I mean, who's going to pay £3.50 for a ready meal when they can buy the own mech?
Exactly. I mean, for 2 people, £3.50, that's £7 for a meal. You could easily make a meal for that.
But I mean, here's another one. Vegan range. You know, it's ridiculous, the prices that they're charging for like a vegan range. I mean, if you want to lead a vegan lifestyle, you know what I mean? If you want to lead a vegan lifestyle, you just cut meat and everything out.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to a supermarket to buy something that's specifically vegan.
No, that's what I mean. It's exactly what I mean. It's true.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Yeah, or you know, they're like everybody else, trying to earn a crust. But it's if you're gonna leave lead a vegan lifestyle, you know, you're not that thick that you don't know what you're doing, and you've got to go out and buy a specific vegan meal in a supermarket. And it's the same way, you know, as we've just been talking about Slimming World or Weight Watchers.
My monkey's going.
Okay then, Flying Monkey, thank you for joining us, and I'll see you in a bit. I'm losing my voice now.
Woohoo!
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's like everything else. It's so commercialized. If you're going to slim, you're going to do it your way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same like with keto and with Slimming World and Weight Watchers and everything. Yeah, I went down the route of surgery, but that was only for my benefit and nobody else's, for health reasons. And I mean, I told them several times that's the only reason why I'm doing it. But yeah, I agree. Everything's getting so commercialized nowadays. You know,
there's on the beauty sites, because I go on a lot of beauty sites, obviously. There's this woman, I can't think of her last name. Her first name's Nadine, and she's a professional beautician, and she has telly programs and everything. She's on Good Morning Britain. She's a big woman, popular. And she said, I watched a video yesterday where she was saying certain high street brands and the big brands are made in exactly the same place. It's exactly the same product in a different packaging.
We were talking about that a few weeks ago, and it's like each supermarket have got the like Asda's got Smart Price, Tesco's has got their cheaper brand, Morrison's have got their cheaper brand, and we was only on about it the other week. The same product, yet they're packaged cheaply.
I know. I worked in a supermarket years ago, but when Jacobs used to come, at the time Jacobs, they used to come and deliver the cream crackers and that, they used to bring Sainsbury's cream crackers as well, because they were the same cream crackers. They used to package them for Sainsbury's. It's a great big con.
I mean, when you think about it, most of like Heinz beans, I mean, the Smart Price beans, yeah, they are a little bit watery as regards Heinz beans, but they're all packaged in the same factory. You know, all the Smart Price stuff that you buy in Asda is the same product as, let's say, Heinz soup or things like that. It's just that, let's say, for instance, a big soup canning factory or whatever, all the products go to that one thing, but they're packaging them for each individual brand.
Yeah.
They're not, you know, they're not going to say, oh, well, all Smart Price stuff's going to this particular warehouse or manufacturer or whatever. They're all manufactured in the same place, except the packaging and you know, and the labels. That's it, basically. Yeah, Chris has just said, come out the same machine, just different packaging. And that's what I mean, it's like everything. You know, they do like sauces and even like beans, soup, you know, everything. You're not telling me that you know, they're all done in the same place.
It's like I do dupe videos. Have you ever seen me dupe videos?
Yeah.
And they're exactly the same stuff. I think exactly the same look. And I put the cheap one on one eye and the expensive one on the other eye. Nobody can tell the difference.
No. That's it. You see, this is going back to like commercialism again. You know, it's the same product, yeah, it's just packaged differently. So yeah. I mean, it's like us I'll admit, I buy a lot of smart price stuff.
So do I.
It just, you know, it just takes same to me.
I know.
You know, just that it's cheaper, and you have to do when you're on a budget, and you know, you can't afford the big brand names.
No, I agree totally.
Well, going a bit off the beaten track, when you go into your daughter's, then Bella.
I'm just having a look. I'm going tomorrow morning. She's coming up. She's on her way here now.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, Gail says she makes her own sauces now, especially in pasta. You see, this is it. At least you know what's going into your sauces. You don't know what's going into the sauces that you buy at the supermarket.
I know.
There could be all sorts of E numbers and whatever, you know what I mean? At least if you make it yourself, you know what's going into it.
Well, exactly.
So yeah, you know, I mean, I agree. Oh, she shopped at Aldi in Wales.
I love Aldi. It's my favourite supermarket.
But you see, we saw an advertisement the other day for Aldi.
Have you left yet? All right. As long as I know where you are. Okay, darling. See you soon. Bye.
Choppers roll.
Yeah, Choppers is in.
Oh, yeah, Mark. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to see to me washer.
What's the flooding like now in Townsville, Mark? Then has it abated a little bit, or have you still got the rain?
I'm just changing my washer over, Jeanette. I won't be long.
Okie dokie. So what's the weather like now, Choppers? Has the rain stopped? Has the floods subsided a little bit?
Plecco's still here.
Yeah. Thank you for staying, Plecco. So yeah, Choppers Rule is from Townsville in Australia, and they've had the really bad flooding. Floodwater is all gone massive. Yeah. See, that's the only problem when you've got like the bad floods. It's the clean up afterwards. You know, I mean, there'll be a lot of, like, Choppers has lost his ute and a lot of his power tools, and you know, it's you know, that's the only problem. Once the rain stops and the flood subsides, then you've got the clean up. It's all right. Chopper's had his shoe stolen when he went to help. He was being the good Samaritan and helping someone pull the car out the flood water. And while he was helping this good, you know, being the good Samaritan and helping this other person, someone nicked his shoes.
Oh, that's so early. 6:26 a.m. in Ohio.
Oh. How did that come about then, Choppers? Says he got a free motorcycle. Is that basically to help you out getting to work and whatever? Because I know without you wouldn't have no form of transportation to get to work. Yeah, Chopper says it's 9:30 p.m. So yeah, I mean, this is just what I'm on about the time differences. You know, I mean, it's 11:30 nearly here. Oh, you find it from a friend. At least you've got transportation to get to work in one form or another.
I
You know
thought
what?
the site at least you got friends. I'm just going upstairs with this. I won't be long.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, it's like I don't know about everybody else, but I'm a great believer in karma. I mean, Choppers did a good deed for you know, someone, and he's got something out of it, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's like you've been a good Samaritan. You did somebody a favour, so you know, karma, good karma's come your way. Whereas if you do bad deeds, then bad karma comes your way. If you understand that. I've got an itch on my ankle now. But yeah, you know, I am a big believer in karma. I mean, you did a good deed, or you did your good Samaritan bit, and the good karma's come back to you. You know, you've got a new motorcycle for free. I think that means good things happen to good people. They put happy. Is it predictive text again?
What?
You put good things happy to good people. I says, I think that's supposed to read,
happen.
Good things happen to good people. Well, same as I say, I mean, it probably take a bit of time, but you know, it you know, once they've sorted your insurance out and everything, Choppers, I mean, you probably be able to rectify that situation. You know, it's but I know what you're saying. I mean, you've probably had that ute for years and years and years, and now it's gone and whatever. But it's like, as I always say, onwards and upwards. But I'll wait till Bella comes back, and I think I will close it down. I've been going an hour and a half now. I'm flagging a little bit. Oh, you got it Monday, did you? So you sort of got to go out ute shopping, let's just say. Yeah, not bad for just a quick one. I know. I weren't going to go for long. Need to hear that, stepkids. I'm taking care of them. I feel like their mother used me. Put the kids. Well, you see, this is it, and this is what I'm saying. Good karma comes to good people. Now, I'm a big believer in karma. Yeah. Well, that's it, Chopper. I mean, it's a case of having to shop around and get the right deal, if you know what I mean. Dennis says,
hey, Dennis.
Yeah, he came in just as you'd left to go to the shop. I did say to him, he's just gone down to the shop. He went to get some milk. So yeah, I am a big believer in karma. You know, bad karma comes to bad people, and good karma comes to good people. And I feel for you there, Choppers, because for the past week or so, the whole of my back has been killing me, right down from my lower back right up to my shoulders. It says, get the wife to give you a massage. Well, this is it. This is it. I mean, you know, yeah, exactly, Dennis. Same as I say, I mean, we've just been talking about Choppers, you know, about someone nicking his shoes and whatever, and you know, there is sort of bad people out there, but Choppers were doing his Good Samaritan bit, helping someone pull the car out of the floods, and someone nicked off with his shoes. But he's just been saying he's got a new bike. I've got itchy nose now. But yeah, you know, it's I'm a big believer what goes around comes around. You know, get no sympathy from her. I hope Emma's feeling a little bit better. Dennis, I did say the other day, she said she weren't feeling too well, and you know that she got an appointment Friday with the heart people, and I says I'm keeping my fingers and my toes crossed for you. I hope it's some good news. I needed cheering up. We see this as it, Choppers. You know, you did your good deed. You were being the good Samaritan, and obviously the good karma has come back to you because you got a motorbike for nothing. So this is what I'm saying about the good karma. Yeah, you do something wrong, and I agree with that. You know, you know, you be mean to people, and that bad karma will come back to you. I mean, it's like taking this for instance. I mean, my ex abused me physically, abused me mentally. Now, I met Pixie 19 years ago in December, and we've been married 16 years this year. No, yeah, she was saying like she was getting palpitations and everything, Dennis. But the fact of the matter is, I've been happily married for 16 years. Now, my ex can't hold on to a girlfriend. And in my eyes, that's karma, because I was the one that got out of the relationship. He was the abuser, and I've been happily married for 16 years. You know what I mean? I found my soulmate when I met Chris. In actual fact, he did me a favour. But the fact of the matter is, it just goes to show you, he was the abuser. He's never been able to keep a girlfriend or partner or whatever. Never remarried or anything. And I've been happily married for 16 years. So this is what I'm on about, karma. Yeah, but I mean, Pixie's saying, yeah, but she's had to put up with me for 18 years. But it's not, when you're happily married, it's not a chore, it's a pleasure. You know what I mean? When you love someone, being with that person, being with your soulmate, it's not a chore, it's a pleasure. I mean, I'm sure Bella would agree with me. I'm sure Dennis would agree with me. When you're with the right person, it's not a chore, it's a pleasure. You know, yeah, Pixies gave up work to become my full-time carer. And I often sit here at my lowest ebb and thinking, you know, I feel like a burden. I mean, I'm sure everybody feels the same at some point or other. You know, you feel a burden, you feel like, you know, they're better off without you and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, Pixie always turns around to me and says, well, if I thought you were a burden, I wouldn't still be here. And that's like the dedication and the love that we've got for one another. My ex come back, tried, said no. You see, this is it. This is it. I had the same thing. When I left my first husband, I had the Dear John letter. You know, I can't sleep, I'm losing weight, I can't live without you. But that ain't what he told me before I left. You know, this is what I'm talking about, emotional abuse. You know, you fart, you're ugly, nobody will ever love you the way I love you, blah, 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 you know, and all that BS. But it just goes to show you that in actual fact, them words that cut into me so deeply actually did me a favour, because I left and I met Pixie. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've always felt like treated me like a princess. Chopper says he sits on the naughty chair a lot. But I mean, like, Dennis will know what I'm talking about. Bella will know what I'm talking about, you know.
I do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You know, in actual fact, you know, you feel at your lowest ebb, you feel like, oh, you know, you start to believe what these people are telling you. But then when you, like I met Chris, you start to believe in yourself. You have faith in yourself. Chopper says he's the biggest kid that his wife will ever have. But it you know, it's true what they, you know, what they say. You know, it's how can I put it? Yeah, they get you to believe what they're saying half of the time. It's only when you leave them that you realise, yeah, I am stronger than that. You know, in actual fact, how can I put this way outside? You grow a pair of balls. You know what I mean? You believe in yourself. And I think if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't have been. Yeah, I do get emotional, but it's made me a lot stronger. Chopper says, I believe I can fly. Oh, no, wait, I can't. You know what I mean? It does make you stronger. And there's the saying again, what don't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And I believe that as well. I mean, you know me. I mean, it's like, yeah, I am an emotional person. But it's like, don't get wrong side on me because I bite back.
Oh,
and I think, you know,
just looking at all the took that come through the door. What took we got?
Funeral plans.
Oh, funeral plans.
You've got crap through the door as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I had funeral plan a few weeks back. Oh, you know, I've had that one as well. It's the only thing we get through the door that nowadays crap. Takeaway menus.
I know.
And check a trade and car. What is it? Food warehouse or something, wherever it is. But yeah, you know, it is. You know, when you meet that right person, it makes you stronger. Makes you believe in yourself.
Then might have a drink.
Oh, that'll be good, Choppers. So basically, is that all it's? Chris can't spell.
Well, typing too fast.
Cheops. Cheops.
Cheops.
I'm going to say that's Chopper's new nickname, Cheops. But yeah, can you imagine me and Pixie on that double mobility scooter? That'll be like oh, Gordon Bennett, one of these trike things, except it's a mobility scooter for two.
I'm just going to chuck it out. Do that, I'm gonna.
But it's all good now. That's what I meant. What he meant, yeah.
Good job, somebody does.
But yeah, you know, I mean, I don't think choppers were in here when we were talking about the double. I looked on Facebook and I looked on the marketplace where they sell things. You know, you can actually sell things as well as buy things. And I looked up like mobility scooters, and I came across one, and it were a double one, like a tandem mobility scooter. And I can build you a 2-seater, no problem. But you know, and I says, well, I says we were having a laugh about it. You know, it's surprising the things that you can pick up nowadays. You know, like a double mobility scooter. Well, I suppose like for pensioners that are having mobility problems, it's ideal because then they can both get out, and you know what I mean.
It'd be really hard to park and get in.
Oh yeah, can you imagine having, same as we were saying, you know, can you imagine trying to get that in through our front door?
Or going through Sainsbury's in it, or Asda.
Yeah, we see. Well, I mean, in that respect, we lucky because we've like got them automatic doors in our Asda. So I mean, that won't be a problem. But you know what I mean? Can you imagine sort of, you know, like corner shop or newsagents or something?
You couldn't, because you've got to be able to think of the run that it'd take to get from one aisle to the other, how you've got to turn.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it would be practical enough. Might be good for people who like going out to out places, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you see, same as I said to Chris, in an ideal situation, I could do with one that like folds flat. You could bring it in, you know, in the house, because we were on about it the other day. And as you know, in the passage, we've like got 2 shoe boxes, side by side. The same as we've said, we'd have to bring them shoe boxes actually in here in order to get and put a mobility scooter in the passage.
I've got
Dennis has put, Chris will put propellers on it and turn it into a drone. But it was the comedy value of it, you know. It was the fact that it were a double mobility scooter. And I says to, you know, I sent the picture to Bella. I says, can you imagine us whizzing about on one of these things? But when all's said and done, it's not a practical thing. You know, I mean, a single mobility scooter is all well and good. But same as we've said, you've got to shop around. You've got to find one that's portable, that can fit in the boot of a car, etc. Because it's no good being stuck at home if you can't take it out and about with you.
It's I've had to look into this quite a bit, and the foldable ones go up to 27 stone.
Yeah.
And the other ones are classed as bariatric ones.
Yeah.
And they're mostly like the 4-wheel ones.
Yeah. Well, you see, I've also looked into it, and there is like specific what they call bariatric sites, but they deal more in the electric wheelchairs, if you know what I mean. They don't specify in the mobility scooters, but there is mobility scooters out there for the heavier person. Because obviously I'm not the only heavy person, but you see, the downside of that is, Bella, the more weight it carries, the more bulky it is. So it's less, you know what I mean? It's finding the right mix, something that's...
See, what I'm looking into something at the minute, and I don't want to tell you too much about it, but I'm trying to work something out at the minute.
So
I don't want to say nothing until I've managed to do it, if I can. But Mick's lost a lot of weight. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And he's gone down in size in his scooter.
Oh, yeah.
He still can't walk because his back's gone. So
it's downsized the size of his mobility scooter. Yeah.
And I texted him yesterday and asked him if he still had the other one. And he said he has, but he hasn't used it for so long. It might need a new battery.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try and find out. I mean, even if it's one you leave outside the house, whatever it is, at least you'd be able to get about.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, this is the dilemma I've got, Bella. I mean, as you know, with my weight, I'd need something that, I mean, they do them that, like, carry up to about 37 stone. But the smaller ones don't carry the bigger person, if you know what I mean.
No. Nick had to have
the smaller ones that are more portable don't carry my sort of weight.
No.
So it looks like, I mean, this is the thing. A friend I used to go to school with, and he still lives in Sutton in Ashfield, his mum passed away, I think, about 6 months ago. Now, she got one of these mobility scooters, but it were a big mobility scooter. Yeah. And I noticed that he'd put it up for sale the other day. £1,495. And I went, yeah, in an ideal situation, that'd be ideal if you've got the money. But we haven't, so you know what I mean?
Well, I'm just trying to see what Mick wants for this and then getting it shipped to Sheffield. I've got things in the pipeline.
Well, you see, the thing is as well, I mean, you know what we're waiting for. I mean, if that comes about, I mean, we could actually pick it up, let's just say.
Yeah. But I don't know what's happening. I'll find out the next.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we don't know what's happening with the thing.
Yeah. But I know this one was thousands of pounds. It's Yeah.
But same as I say, I mean, it's like that waiting game again. I mean, we're waiting to hear about that we talked about.
I know.
And when I rang them on Monday, gave them the details that they were wanting, basically said, you should hear something by end of week. So we wondering if we're going to make the decision that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Chopper says I could build a fold up that would hold 200 kilograms, no worries. But I live in the wrong country.
It's a
hell of a lot of shipping charge to ship it over to the UK.
It's the same with that drone he keeps saying we can have. Yeah, I'd love it. I can't get it over here.
Well, that's it. But it's we're hoping everything's going to fall into place. So it's just keeping fingers crossed at the moment. So, lol and Aussie in Pommyland, I could get into trouble. And vice versa, Chops. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut it down because I said I weren't going to go long, and here me nearly 2 hours later and I'm still live. I'm losing my voice. So I'm going to shut it down and I will see you all on Friday. Hope you have a nice Valentine's Day. Same as I say, there is a cookie thing being published tomorrow. Sort of specifically for Valentine's Day. It's nothing, not a biggie. It's nothing great. Another simple cookie recipe. But it's sort of just my, my thing for Valentine's Day. So Pleco says it'd be good. It'd be cheaper for you to go there and ride it back.
Oh,
no. So I want to thank everybody for coming in. Choppers, Pleco, Baz, Bella, Gail, and everyone else for joining me. And I shall see you all again Friday. Touching wood.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.